Coronation Street star reveals ongoing consequences of shocking teen drug plotline. Coronation Street actress Harriet Bibby has hinted that the upcoming teenage drug storyline will leave a significant and lasting mark on several characters in the soap. In episodes set to air next week, viewers will see Aadi Alahan hosting a lively gathering at his family home, number 7. Among the invited guests are his sister Asha, Nina Lucas, Dylan Wilson, Amy Barlow, Lauren Bolton, Summer Spellman, and newcomer Betsy Swain. The party takes an unexpected and dangerous turn when Brody Michaelis arrives uninvited and attempts to distribute LSD to the teens. Aadi, acting quickly, forces him to leave, but not before Summer manages to persuade Nina to try the psychedelic drug. Shortly after, both Summer and Nina begin to suffer from disturbing hallucinations. Another party guest also consumes the substance and reacts violently, escalating the situation further. Speaking about the intense scenes, Harriet Bibby, who plays Summer, shared her thoughts on the deeper impact of the storyline. When you find yourself in a situation that spirals out of control and becomes potentially life-threatening, it makes you reflect on how reckless that decision really was, she explained. And it's not just Summer and Nina who face the consequences. This affects a number of characters in very different ways. The whole thing could have been prevented if those drugs hadn't made it into the party in the first place. Bibby went on to discuss how Summer's adoptive father, Billy Mayhew, responds to the situation. Initially furious upon discovering what happened, Billy's reaction soon shifts from anger to deep worry, especially due to his own struggles with substance abuse in the past. Reflecting on the opportunity to explore new layers of her character, Bibby added, "I'm really enjoying this storyline because it shows a more unpredictable and emotionally complex side of Summer. It's easy to see her as someone who always follows the rules, but this proves there's much more to her personality. Even I was surprised reading the scripts. There's clearly a side to her that hasn't been revealed until now." ITV Coronation Street exit confirmed as Bobby Crawford's journey ends, leaving Carla Connor reeling. Fans of Coronation Street have been left both surprised and emotional as news breaks that Jack Carroll, who played Bobby Crawford, has officially exited the iconic ITV soap. After 2 years of stirring up drama on the cobbles, the 26-year-old actor has said his goodbyes, though viewers may not have realized it at the time, as his final scenes have already quietly aired. Carroll, who first rose to fame as a teenage comedy sensation on Britain's Got Talent, joined the soap in early 2023. He took on the role of Bobby, the previously unknown son of Carla Connor's imprisoned brother, Rob Donovan, a shocking revelation that sent waves through the Connor family and provided Carla with yet another unexpected twist in her turbulent personal life. A sudden disappearance sparks questions. In recent weeks, Corrie fans began questioning Bobby's whereabouts after the character seemingly vanished from screens without warning. Once a cheeky regular presence at Carla's flat, offering comic relief in the occasional burst of chaos, Bobby's absence was conspicuous. Social media buzzed with speculation. Had he quietly exited the show off-screen? Was a dramatic twist on the horizon? Now, sources have confirmed what many had begun to suspect. Bobby's journey has come to an end, at least for now. A show insider told The Mirror, "Bobby's had a lively, often chaotic stint in Weatherfield, but the time has come to say goodbye." Jack Carroll thoroughly enjoyed his experience on the show, but both he and the producers felt this was the right moment for him to step away. He filmed his final scenes a while ago, and viewers have already seen them air, even if the character's departure was subtle. The source also emphasized that Bobby's departure isn't necessarily final. The door has definitely been left open. With Carla Connor still living in Weatherfield, and with their family bond, Bobby always has a reason to return, and we wouldn't rule it out. Bobby's last scene and his stormy past. The last time Bobby was seen on screen, he had jetted off to Spain, supposedly to catch up with Simon Barlow, amidst brewing suspicion over his possible involvement in the blackmailing of Lauren Bolton. Although his departure was framed as a short trip, he hasn't been seen or mentioned since. An understated exit for a character who, once brought major disruption to the Connor household. Over the past 2 years, Bobby's storyline has been a roller coaster. His arrival was already loaded with tension as he dropped the bombshell that he was the son of convicted murderer Rob Donovan, a revelation that stunned Carla and forced her to confront long-buried family traumas. Despite his flaws and lack of direction, Carla took Bobby under her wing, offering him a home and a second chance. However, their bond was tested when Bobby was caught attempting to help Rob escape from prison, a plan that included tricking Carla and ultimately putting her in danger. Despite this betrayal, Carla's compassion prevailed, and she continued to support her troubled nephew. Throughout his time on the show, Bobby alternated between being comic relief, a catalyst for chaos, and an emotionally layered character whose inner conflicts added texture to the wider Connor family dynamics. A wave of exits from Weatherfield. Jack Carroll's departure is just the latest in a string of notable cast changes sweeping Coronation Street in 2024 and 2025. Recently, fan favorite Coulson Smith, who played kind-hearted Officer Craig Tinker, made a heartbreaking exit after Craig was killed in the line of duty, a moment that devastated longtime viewers. Shortly after, Luca Toolin's character, Mason Radcliffe, was written out in a tragic stabbing storyline. Charlotte Jordan, who captivated audiences as Daisy Midgley, also left the soap earlier this year as her character departed for a fresh start in Bali, following an emotional and traumatic series of events. Veteran stars have also begun stepping away from the show after decades of dedication. Helen Worth, the much-loved face of Gail Platt, announced she would be retiring from her role after more than 50 years on the soap. Likewise, Sue Cleaver, who portrayed the ever-reliable Eileen Grimshaw, also made her exit, closing a chapter on another legacy character. These high-profile exits suggest Coronation Street may be undergoing a significant period of transition, paving the way for fresh characters and new storylines as it evolves for a new generation. What's next for Jack Carroll? Though no official announcement has been made about Carroll's next project, fans are eager to see where the talented young performer lands next. With his natural comedic timing, proven dramatic chops, and previous success on stage and screen, many believe he's poised for exciting opportunities beyond the cobbles. Whether it's a return to stand-up comedy, a new acting role in television or film, or a fresh creative venture entirely, Carroll's exit from Coronation Street is likely just the beginning of a new chapter in his career. For now, Bobby Crawford's departure leaves a noticeable gap, especially for Carla Connor, whose circle of trusted loved ones continues to grow smaller. Whether Bobby eventually returns to make amends or continues life off-screen, his brief but impactful presence in Weatherfield won't soon be forgotten. Catch new episodes of Coronation Street every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV1 or stream anytime via ITVX.